if you can see Jake right there, but he's trying to climb the hill. Okay, I found him. He just went out of view again. That's so frustrating. He's right in there, way down in that thing. The phone's gonna keep focusing on my finger. He's in the crevice. Let me go see if I can get a better shot. Well, folks, he did it. He is up there. I don't know if you can see him, but he made the trek. He did not wave very hard or very long, but he was up there. And I just saw him run down that crack. I'm gonna keep the camera running and hope I get something of him. But by God, Jake is up there. He told me when we left the vineyard, "Do you think I can get up there?" I said, "I'm sure you could. I'm sure it's private property." And he said, "I'm going for it." What am I gonna do, tackle him? But he was just up there. Somewhere in that dark crevice is Jake. There he is. Right in there. Sadly, I did not get him at the very top of the hill. But he is meticulously making his way back down. He was very motivated to get up there. I'm not sure why. I believe it was the wine. But I've never known someone to be that motivated after being tipsy from wine. So. All right, the man himself, sprinting down the mountain. When I was in track in high school, they taught us sprint to finish. And although Jake ran long distance, and his performance was subpar at best, the man sprinted to finish. And here he comes, sprinting down the driveway of the vineyard. This has got to be a first, ladies and gentlemen. This has got to be a first. After finishing a bottle of Sangiovese wine, locally grown, produced, locally drinking. Here he comes. Right around this corner at the finish line. He did it, folks. He did it. He did it. This is it. We gotta interview the man himself. Sir?
Yeah, what do you want now?
What was it like?
What, about 10, 15 minutes, probably?
No, I meant, how did it feel?
Not bad.
Do you feel accomplished?
I feel accomplished.
You're choking, sir. Was it tough to breathe at that altitude?
Just dust
Just dust.
from the driveway.
The desert air.
Climb up was great.
The desert air, hard to breathe in.
Did I do it in 20 minutes?
Felt like 3 hours, but I believe it was around 30 minutes.
Altogether?
Altogether.
Yeah, it went by really fast.
People summit Everest, minimum, 2 weeks.
Just sending it up that slope right there.
Jake Boone.
Yeah, not too bad.
Peaked the slope.
15 minutes up, maybe 10 minutes down. 30 minutes sounds like a lot. I'd probably say 25.
Jake Boone, peaking slopes.
Get some water.
Let's get some water.
We found some petroglyphs on the north side of the Columbia, so that's where we're at.
So these are thousands of years old. This whole area right here had thousands and thousands and thousands of Native Americans.
How many thousands? All right, so Kyle was just in the middle of telling me there used to be a huge waterfall over here. They put a dam in. What were you saying?
Yeah, so over here, I was calling it Salilo. I think maybe it's Salilo. It was called Salilo Falls. It was a huge waterfall right here on the Columbia River. And for thousands and thousands of years, Native Americans came here and traded. It was actually nicknamed the Wall Street of the West because so many thousands of Native Americans would come here and trade all sorts of stuff. As time went by and more European settlers came in, they decided to build a dam downriver.
So that's where that trading post is, down there? Salilo?
That's all that's left of it. If you can turn it around and show them down there.
Yeah.
There's a tiny
you can see a
little
town down there.
called Salilo Village, and that's the only Native Americans left in the area. But it went from having thousands of Native Americans here to having just that one tiny town. And it was all because a lot of the settlers came in and they developed a new dam. And the dam, as soon as they built it, they basically promised the Native Americans, it won't affect your waterfall. And sure enough, the Native Americans just watched the river slowly rise and cover the waterfall. And this gigantic area has just basically been lost in time. All right, Jake, where are we?
Dude, one of the most historic places of all time, made out of stone. I'll
True.
give you a hint of a hint.
Are we in England,
No,
Jake?
no,
We're not in England.
not in England.
Where are we?
Washington.
We're in Washington. We're right outside of the Dalles. What is this? We're at Stonehenge. That's where we are. We're at Stonehenge. So we're still on the Columbia. There's a train going by down there. And this is Stonehenge. We're not in the UK. Right here, Washington. This was a World War I memorial for all the regional people who died in World War I. It's really kind of interesting. And they made a Stonehenge of all things. I'm not sure why. It seems like an odd choice, but it's a full-size Stonehenge.
It's humongous.
What else is kind of strange? The town. I don't know if you can see that little white building over there to the left. Down all around this. The town has burned down. All right, here we are. After a very long day, the Dalles. It didn't go great. At the end of the day, we'll update you. But right now, we are at the Rajneeshee bioterror attack ground zero, right here. This Burgerville is the main spot, the #1 spot that the Rajneeshee cult in Eastern Oregon tried to contaminate the locals with salmonella. Right here. If you've seen it was on Netflix. There was a documentary, I think it was called, what was it, Wild Wild West? Something like that.
Something like that.
It's, the Rajneeshee cult, it was in Eastern Oregon. Them and the locals here in the Dalles did not get along. They tried to attack each other, and one of the things they did was they came to this Burgerville and they put salmonella and laced the salad bar with salmonella. And
Of all
this
places.
one, and just a few other restaurants right in the area in the Dalles, they got 751 people sick with salmonella.
In the Dalles?
In the Dalles, yeah. So because of COVID, it's closed. We can't go in. We wanted to approach people and see if anyone was there at the time. The odds are slim. We wanted to see if we could find where the salad bar was, because Burgervilles don't have salad bars anymore. But because of COVID, they're all closed. But here we go. We still had to come to ground zero of the Rajneeshee bioterror attack.
Ironically, I think
That's
more
it.
people got sick from the salmonella through the Rajneeshee bioterror attack than they did from COVID. In the Dalles.
Oh,
I
in the
think-
Dalles.
In the Dalles.
In the
Yeah,
Dalles.
not in general. COVID's
The Rajneeshee
real problem.
bioterror attack is still the #1 cause for sickness in the Dalles, even in 2020.
especially at Burgerville. And if they have a salad bar,
I was like, in the world, there's no
I'd
way.
nix
There's
it.
hundreds of thousands of people sick with COVID. But in the Dalles, I think you're right.
it's got to be.
There's less than 750 people with COVID in the Dalles.
Right.
I guarantee it. I don't even know if there's 700 people in the Dalles anymore. We saw about 10 of them. They were all pretty cranky.
Yeah, they were pretty cranky.
We'll update you. But that's it. That's the Burgerville in the Dalles. The Dalles strikes again. We're still at the Rajneeshee bioterror ground zero. And it seems to be a whole new ground zero. We might be spending the night in the car.
They got us.
Maybe the Rajneeshee are still around and still attacking because the car is not working.
How's the car?
The car was working fine. The car is now not working fine. We don't know what to do. The car's dead. What a long day. I guess I'll go ahead and tell you what happened in the Dalles.
Dude.
What? Well, that didn't sound good. What was the last thing we filmed in the Dalles?
I don't know, man. I'm putting my mask on. I think we got something.
Jake's nervous, maybe. Ah, oh, so close.
What'd I do?
The car's on. We're not stranded.
Yes!
You know what it was?
Get the fuck out of here, man.
COVID mask.
Yeah, I put the mask on and started working.
It was COVID mask.
Did you see what they did?
What?
I don't know, they just came in and out and then their car started working. So...
Maybe they were magical. All right, well, just now that we're safe, we did it. What did we do? But yeah, so not COVID, what am I talking about?
I don't know, man, the Rajneeshee. Was that a cop?
That's a cop right there.
The transit police.
They don't count. Yeah, so the last thing we filmed in the Dalles that you saw was, what was it? We filmed a lot today.
Stonehenge.
Yeah, we went to the Stonehenge, yeah. And so once we got back into the Dalles, we thought it would be great. We wanted to go to another little restaurant that was also a Rajneeshee attack. And we went in there and our camera died. And we had a backup camera. Well, that one died too. And it turns out we didn't have the charger. So we had 2 dead cameras. Went into the first restaurant. We got beers. We were thinking we could ask them to charge one of the cameras. They politely declined. That seemed to be a Dalles trend. And so we got a beer. We just talked off camera. We thought maybe we would go somewhere else and they would let us charge the camera. Well, after we got the first beer and we went to a second place, that did not happen. The second place equally did not. Also, the waitress, what was it called? River Tap?
Yeah, something like that.
River Tap, something like that. So rude to us. We tried to be so polite. She told us no at first, and we said, all right, that's fine. Sorry we bothered you altogether. And then right after, when we checked out, because we weren't going to stay there, because we needed to find a place to film for you guys, and what ended up happening was when she brought our bill, she kind of gave us some shit because we weren't going to stay. And she said, I can't believe you're not going to stay because we're not going to let you charge your stuff. We couldn't believe it. And there was just the attitude with it. So rude. So if you're ever in the Dalles, don't go to River Tap.
She was pretty mean.
She was mean. For no reason. We bought something from her. We tipped her. And she gave us shit. I couldn't believe it. So the whole time, we tried to be so polite with her, but no, whatever. But anyway, so the camera has been dead for most of that time. So we decided we were gonna go to the store. We bought a charger. We sat in the car. Maybe that's the reason that the battery died. But we got the phone charged. Here we are, making the last video. It's late. Is it really 1 o'clock in the morning? I hope that's wrong.
That can't be right.
I hope it's not 1 o'clock. It's late either way. It's been a very exhausting day.
Oh, the car restarted.
But we did it. It's the Dalles.
Yes.
We finished it. There was a lot of great things. It's a great historic town. The people at the museum, fantastic. I'll do a shout out. I'll give their info down below, or something. Maybe I'll add it in the video before. They were fantastic. They were so nice. It was closed. They didn't have to do any of that for us. They gave us a full tour for free. They were so nice. So they were great. It's beautiful out there. The Dalles is gorgeous. What's the museum called?
Oh, I don't know.
I can't think of it. I'll insert the museum name here. Right there. Right here. They gave at least a 9.6. They were fantastic. They knew so much, and it was great. The lookout, the campsite, fantastic.
Stonehenge.
Right? Stonehenge. So cool.
Maybe
it was huge.
Maybe a 6'3". It was pretty cool.
That was better than that. That was awesome. A Stonehenge in America.
I just thought it was going to be more messed up, you know?
Oh, more Stonehenge-y.
Yeah.
It was Stonehenge before any of the rocks fell.
They made it to...
They made it pristine Stonehenge.
But it was a memorial. And
I hope people can see us. You can't at all. There you go. There's a glimmer. Anyways, so that was the Dalles. Favorite thing in the Dalles?
That's a great question.
Don't say leaving.
No, I really liked the Dalles.
The Dalles was beautiful. We just had some trouble with the people.
What's your favorite thing? Do you have it?
Just the scenery. I gotta go with the scenery. The Columbia River is gorgeous. All the desert's beautiful. I loved seeing the historic value of seeing where Celilo Falls was. I think that was really fascinating. Seeing where that used to be, that was incredible. That was probably my favorite. The winery, amazing. You saw the views. It was beautiful out there. So yeah, I think the best part of the Dalles is right outside of the Dalles.
I don't know. I think the museum, that might have been my favorite part.
The museum was great. They were so great. Maybe that is mine too.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna go with the winery. I like alcohol, and you know what?
Fair.
Maybe you summiting the hill. It's another great.
The what?
The hill.
Oh, I forgot about that.
You mean the mountain?
I can't believe I forgot about that.
Yeah. So one of those. It was great.
Yeah.
No, we had great things. Just at the end, it was a little bumpy, but.
I know you couldn't see me at the top of that hill.
We missed the footage at the top. Jake says he was up there. I
was-
believe him. He went really high, so it seems weird that he wouldn't have gone all the way. I believe
Dude,
him.
I swear I went all the way.
Jake went all the way. All right, where's next?
The Dalles and the Dalles. Oregon City.
Oregon City. We'll see you in Oregon City. That's where we're actually going right now. Oregon City. Hopefully they're nicer.
Just got back from the Dalles. Great day. It was a long day, but it was ultimately good. Saw Stonehenge. Car almost broke down. That's fine. She's a Kia. She pulled out in the end. That's really all that matters. Got some beer from Free Ridge Brewing Company from the Dalles. Locals only. Pulpy.